Yo, what up? This your boy IG, man. Welcome to another episode of The Juice. And y'all know today is very special for me. April 12th, it's my birthday. So, it's a big one right here, man. And who I got with me today, I got Gerard Williams, the hip hop gamer. Or should I call him Jackal Flares? He do it all, man. So we're gonna bring him in here, man, and talk about that. He the go to this, man. So we're gonna talk about tech, gaming, hip hop. We're gonna talk about it all today, man. So what's up, man? What's up, Gerard? How you doing today, man?
Yo, first off, the fact that you mentioned Jackal Flares, you know my history. That's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. But yo, it's the one and only go to the game, hip hop gamer, Hot 97 Logitech GAMD, and you are now tuned in to Social Goats, baby. This is what we do. Love you, bro. IG, what up? Let's get it.
Yeah. Man, let's get it. Well, let's get right into it since I brought up Jackal Flares. I know when you was like 14 years old, you was about to sign with MC Shan, didn't really.
Yep.
I don't.
Yo, IG is breaking up, bro.
Yeah, I see it. I'm back right now, I think.
Yeah, you good right now, yeah.
Okay. So what I asked was, since we were already talking about you as Jackal Flares, Jackal, almost signing with MC Shan, how did that not pan out for you? You know what I'm saying? Because I done heard the bars and you got them. So how did that not work out?
Yeah, so it's very interesting. So just to give you the whole story, right? So I was a part of a rap group, and at first it was called HLC, and it was Hard Living Criminals, and it was with me, my brother, my cousins, stuff like that. And I was a completely different person back then.
Gotcha.
I was 14 years old, born and raised East New York, Brooklyn. So life was just very different, and I was a very different person, right? So we did a performance at my junior high school, son, IS 292. We did the performance, killed it. Yo, matter of fact, I'm going to say a name that a lot of people may not even remember, but my man Crazy Sam from back in the day, hip hop and stuff like that, he was blown away by us, and he wanted us to, link up with MC Shan and do a lot of things. Now, what's crazy is, here's the reason why the deal didn't go through with MC Shan. And then I'm going to give you the reason why I just decided not to go into the music industry at all. So first, my brothers, like my brother and my cousin, they wanted to go to, I think it's called the Jones Beach, like the Greek Fest or something like that. They wanted to go there and mess with some girls instead of going to a meeting that we had to go meet with MC Shan at his house in Central Islip, right? Okay. So, deep in Long Island. So I go out there with our producer, Rakim, but I'm 14. And he wanted the group, not just an individual. And also, right, I'm a minor. You know what I mean? And my grandmother was real hesitant about anything dealing with that, like culture and the music and stuff like that. So it was tough. So the deal wound up falling through and didn't go through. And then there was another deal that popped up, right? There was this guy, his name was Meatloaf. And like he wanted to do the deal, and it was with, and so funny is the movie Juice, the company that did the soundtrack for the movie Juice is the company that wanted to sign us. And the owner of this company, his name is called Tim Ulfie and stuff like that. But I forgot the name of the label. And I didn't feel comfortable about it. Like my brother, my cousin, they was ready, but I didn't feel comfortable about it. Like they wanted too much. It was so fast, and it felt like spiritually, I don't even know, because I didn't like going to church and all this other stuff, but something was telling me, bro, this ain't right. It was very dark, and I just felt like a negative energy around it, and I didn't want no parts of it. Straight up, bro. So that's what made that fall through and stuff like that. Okay. And I just, focus on different things.
I got you, because, if you feel something like that, you got to just step away sometimes. Sometimes that gut feeling is exactly what you needed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to fast forward a little bit. About 2007, you was invited to an E3 conference by Torrance Davis.
Yeah.
Is that when you started to really make the transition to the hip hop side? I mean, not the hip hop side, the gaming side, and becoming
Yeah, so it broke up a little bit, but I still heard what you said. So my grandmother, just the whole story, my grandmother, rest in peace, she's the one who taught me how to play video games when I was 4 years old. So I've been playing video games all my life, literally, and obviously now it's my career. So in 2007 is actually when I made my first video.
Okay.
In 2008 is when I got discovered by Torrance Davis, and he was the one that invited me to go to E3. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, that did it. That changed everything. Like going to E3, that's the Super Bowl of the game industry, especially at that time. You know what I'm saying? So when I knew that I was going, like when I got the plane ticket, and like when I knew I was going, I was nervous, bro. I was like, like what I'm gonna do? Like, it was crazy. Cause we all got dreams and aspirations, but when it's actually like coming true, like when you like right there, it's like the scariest feeling because you right there. So go to LA, bro, land. I'm seeing all the E3 scaffolds and it's like I'm here. Like it's crazy. And then when I started doing the interviews and talking to people like Hideo Kojima and Aaron Greenberg and Shane Kim at the time, who was running Xbox and all types of stuff, bro, it was huge. And that's what really solidified the authenticity of the hip hop gamer brand versus just being somebody talking about games on YouTube. It became more of a profession, a solidified moment, a business, and I never turned back. You know what I mean? I never looked back after that, B. It was crazy.
I got you. Definitely on that. Well, it's like most people I know, when they talk about you, they don't know that you also are a gaming journalist.
Yeah.
So you breaking news to these people. So how does that make you different from the average gamer out there that's just, playing games? Like I watch my wife watch people play The Sims all the time, and I don't understand it. But, how does that make you different?
Yeah, well, it makes me very different because so one thing that you want to do from the business side, from the talent side, and also being inspirational is when I was like, I still do, but when you're able to be somebody that looked like me, come from where I come from, talk the way I talk, don't change or adjust or code switch or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am. And I'm able to break stories before IGN, before GameSpot, before a lot of these other bigger outlets that got tons of marketing dollars that get access to things that, especially at the time I have access to be able to navigate an industry that initially felt like you didn't belong because you didn't look, sound, or talk like them. It was an uphill battle every day. Every time you do anything is discredited. Like it was very hard. So to be able to navigate through all of that, break the stories, and have everybody go to you as the source, and then have everybody else have to follow after you because of your breaking news, it hit different. And the reason why it hit different is because if you remember, every single like TV commercial, gaming magazine, any type of marketing deal, commercials on television, like I said, they never had somebody that was a black person deliver your news and information in gaming. G4 Tech TV, all these other things. There was never, ever, none of these websites and nothing that had a black person deliver gaming news as your first line of information from a journalistic standpoint. So the narrative in terms of what does a gamer look like, what's the face of a gamer, is either this white, skinny, scrawny, suburban kid that's, trust fund baby and all this other stuff and they well off, or the big fat white guy that's in the basement in his mom's couch and, they make fun of that. But it was never somebody that's from East New York, Brooklyn in the hood that love hip hop. Like, never. That ain't happened. So when I was breaking stories and doing things like that, it hit different, not just for me, but for people that was watching. Wow, I'd never seen someone that looked like me become the source of information that I get my gaming news from. That was barrier breaking. That was powerful. And it was also intimidating to a lot of people that didn't want that to happen. So once that did happen, and I started building major, powerful relationships, it's kind of like the Byron Allen story, where certain people wouldn't allow him to do certain deals on network television. But there was this one white guy that really loved him and had a real relationship with him, and they built things together. And because of his position in power, he was able to break through and navigate. In my situation, in my situation, I'm fighting myself through all of it against everybody. But once I broke through, bro, it was the ultimate opportunity to not only be consistent, but it was the ultimate opportunity to also put people on what the game is really like behind the scenes, so they can understand how to navigate the business model, so that when it comes to the talent and what you see in the front, you can also be present in what's going on in the back end. And that's what I've been able to do in the industry and how I've been able to change it.
Wow. I didn't even see it that way, but I saw it more from the perspective, like, when my next question was going to be about blacks in gaming, and you brought it up, but I saw it more from the perspective
You breaking up again, bro. I'm sorry, and I want to make sure I hear everything you're saying, so I can get the proper dialogue. I'm sorry, but
okay.
But go ahead. I hear you.
I'm back now. I see it. I can see it when it freezes up on me, so I'm catching it. But I saw it from a perspective as maybe not having a lot of blacks in gaming and not knowing who they can market to. And then you came along, and now it was like, oh, now we got a face we can use to market to that demographic. But you broke it down another way, talking about the behind the scenes and everything like that, because I never even thought about it that way.
Yeah, man. So, is very important, because see, like, I give you an example, right? We're in a culture where everything is about D&I, diversity and inclusion, right? That's the term, right? And a lot of that has to do with the fact that George Floyd was murdered. You know what I'm saying? So now all these companies want to embrace and like care, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, right? So fine. Now we here right now. We are who we are. Here's the deal. Because you have so much diversity, people are looking at it from a standpoint of just what you see. But diversity isn't just about what you see, because you can have a black person or Asian person, and that's diverse in terms of the way somebody looks. But is it diverse in their ideas? Is it diverse in how they talk? Is it diverse in how they approach things? Is it diverse in how they stand for what they believe in? So if you don't have that along with it, then you just have a face with no substance. So it doesn't matter. So when I look at what I've been able to do and still do to this day, like, that to me is what diversity look like, because it's authentic across the board, even if it means sacrifice. And in this day and age, a lot of people aren't willing to sacrifice because people hurting out here. People need money, and people will do anything, like for money and bread, because a lot of people is operating out of fear and scarcity. So it's hard to fight the good fight and be authentic when you got kids and they hungry. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's, what you battling with something different, even in the gaming industry, even when you're trying to make a point. So what I do is I don't complain about anything. I try to figure out solutions, do them, and then once they're done, you can't tell me that they can't be, because now I'm living proof of what I said I was going to do. So I always put the onus on me. Like I said, like, I call myself the GOAT of the game, but that's not just because it sounds nice. So I'm trying to be better than somebody. You can't be the GOAT unless you take the hits. And I've been able to take the hits that makes things reality now that people are benefiting from. So at the end of the day, yeah, the GOAT is here. Social GOATs. Let's go.
Got you, man. Hey, I got you. You're killing it right now, because you really got me thinking about gaming in a totally different perspective. Because as someone who's not really a gamer, I think the last game I played was NCAA college football when it was out. I'm an athlete first, so it was always sports stuff. So that's what it was, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. Also, I learned that you got your own little cryptocurrency out here. I don't want to call it little, but you got the Saitama coin. Talk about that, stepping into cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so with the Saitama, that was like a little while back when I really got more involved in understanding how Saitama works and what their goal is and what they're trying to do and stuff like that. And I'm still like learning even more about crypto, like, because I know, like, see, right now there's a lot of problems, there's a lot of issues, but there's also some good things. But you already know how I go. If there's anything that's negative, it's going to be blown up 20, 40, 80 more times than what the positives are. Stuff like that. So aside from just Saitama is doing very well. They got Seda Realty now for the real estate now. and they've been growing up and down, but they've been growing a lot. So shout out to a lot of my peoples that's still pushing with the Saitama crew, but it's not my coin. I'm not a partner with them and stuff like that, but I have done work with them, and the people that I do work with within that circle is really working hard to do a lot of things in like a lot of third world countries to allow them to be able to get groceries when before they couldn't. Saitama is helping them be able to live, like on that currency out there and things that they're doing. So that's one of the reasons why I got involved in the project, because of the community and the humanitarian efforts that the coin provided. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I got you. I got you. You brought up the humanitarian efforts, which is leading to me. I know you do some philanthropy as well. So can you speak on that a little bit for the people and let them know the
Yeah, like facts. So, I got this program. It's called Playmakers, right? And one of the things that I do with Playmakers is it's a whole program that I put in schools. So I'm a partner with the Board of Education. So yeah, I'm a DOE vendor, but I don't just do programs and bounce. I literally have partnerships with the schools. Like, for example, you see how like you'll see certain colleges or certain companies where they got the lab in the school, and it's like brought to you by McDonald's, or brought to you by this, or brought to you by that, and they got the labs in there. So like, I'm happy to say that what I got going on is brought to you by Hip Hop Gamer. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's literally mine that I bring there, because one thing that you want to do, you want to be able to control the way people learn and understand and get acquainted with what you want to give them. You don't want that to be in control of somebody else, because when things go right, everything is right. When things go wrong, you should make it right. A lot of times people, when things go wrong, they just keep it wrong, let it die, and I ain't about that life. We got a lot of kids to support and impact and empower. So I'm all about that. So what I do is, one of the things that I do is I have an assembly called Character is Your Currency, right? And one of the things that I do is I utilize video games to teach about character, because I want a lot of the kids to understand that the value is in who they are, not what they have. And who you are will create the byproduct of the things that you be able to attain. But your value is not in the pair of Jordans you got, or the chain you wear, or like how many cars you have, or whatever. The value is simply in who you are as a person. And when you understand that, nobody can take it from you once you understand it for yourself and you own that. So that's one of the things that we do with our program. We utilize video games to teach that. How do we do that? I'll give you an example. So one of the last characters, your currency assemblies that I did, right? I had a little boy and little girl come up, and they battled in NBA 2K Playgrounds, and I'm a character in that game as well. So when they battled, the girl won, and she won $200, right? So I asked her, "It's up to you. Would you be willing to share some of your winnings, with the boy you just beat?" And the audience, a lot of them was like, "Share, share," and a lot of them was like, "No, don't share nothing." You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? And then ultimately she decided not to share. And that's all right. That's cool. But what I told her was that even though you didn't share, that's your choice. But just I want you to know, and I told the audience, peep game. If you you being up here is amazing, but you wouldn't have had anything if it wasn't for that boy's participation.
Mhm.
And everybody was like, oh shoot, like, because everybody got this me, I want type of mentality, that they didn't realize that I wouldn't have had anything if it wasn't for this person's participation, and I'm not even willing to share. And then what I told her was that if you would have shared, you would have got double the money. So instead of 200, you would have got 400, and 100 would have went to the boy, and you'd have left with 300 in your pocket.
Mm.
So the lesson there was that you can get more together. Do you want
Right.
100% of nothing, or do you want 5% of $1 billion? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's the situation here. So when we did that, so many of the teachers was like, "Yo, I never thought you could actually teach through video games and experiences," and it was groundbreaking, especially in the educational system. It was huge. So that's an example of what we do. And then another example is I take like the top 10 kids, and I create a leaderboard. So I gamify it, and the attributes excuse me, based on your character is your attendance, your behavior, and your grades. So you can
Gotcha.
have horrible grades, but amazing behavior and still get access to certain things. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all about the grades, it's a balance of everything, but your behavior will take you further than knowing what an acute triangle is. You see what I'm saying? In your life.
Right, I got you.
So what we do is we go to Chase Bank and we have Chase Bank gaming battles. So everybody that gets there, they all going to get paid, but depending on the tournament and what you place, you'll get more than others. But what it is once you get your money, it goes into a newly opened bank account that you will have
Okay.
with Chase. And then I have the financial literacy, take the money that you won in gaming and double it and triple it and teach you about how to continue to thrive with the money that you just made. So yeah, man, it's such a dope program, bro, because we utilize what you're actually interested in to set you up for life within your character and being profitable.
Wow. That you right. That's a dope program because like you got to the financial literacy, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man, this is something I wish I had when I was young because I sure didn't have it. We was all about
What?
spending this money.
Facts, man. I wish somebody was doing what I'm doing now. For what?
Yeah, I got.
Crazy.
I did. It is. That's crazy. But like, listen to all that, man. That's different. It's definitely different, and I wish it could get out here to Texas where I'm at. So start
Oh,
that with
yo,
some of
it
these
can,
kids.
bro. It definitely can. Like, I'm not just local, like in New York. Like, I'm everywhere, bro. Like one thing that I do is once I know who's who in the educational system in the city, that's it. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? Look, I just came back from Texas. I was in Houston, Texas for like 5 days recently.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
You were speaking at Rice University. Yeah, I
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. All right, okay. I see you, son. We lit.
Yeah,
Word.
so
So
I
yeah.
got.
Oh, you
Bro.
breaking up again, bro?
Yeah. All right, there we go. I'm back. All
Yeah.
right. So what's a common belief about gaming that other people think that you passionately disagree with, that you would try to change their mind about gaming?
Using cheat codes.
Use a
Yo,
cheat code?
yeah, using cheat codes. What's so crazy is growing up, right? We had Game Genie, Game Shark, Action Replay Max, Code Breaker, all this other stuff. Up, down, left, right. You know, BA Select Start. We grew up. Cheat codes is a part of the culture. You get your Game Informer magazine, go to the back, tips and tricks, and all this other stuff. Like that's a part of the culture. Getting the blood code for Mortal Kombat, all types of stuff, infinite health and everything, infinite ammo. Like that's what we did. We had fun with that. In this era, with this get good mentality and stuff like that, it's like, oh, you use cheat codes, you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't real. So what I do is I'm like, oh, word. So obviously you only use cheat codes in single player games, you know, like offline and stuff like that. You don't use it against a person. You know, you use it, you know, against a computer or something like that. But the point I'm trying to make is what I do is I make examples out of people. I'm like, so if you're gonna clown me for using cheat codes, okay, let's play Tekken 7 right now. Let's go play some 2K or let's play something right now, and I'm gonna smoke you. And after I smoke you, you're gonna need a cheat code against me, but you can't do that because you're not as good. You're not nice. So let's go. So that's one of the things that I noticed in the culture today, that they try to like downplay one of the very core elements of gaming culture, which was like cheat codes and you know, skipping the level and going here, like just having fun with the game. And but it's a deeper thing though. Two things. One, a lot of people don't have fun as much as they used to playing games. And the reason why is because there's so much money to be made with gaming that they're not playing games to have fun. They're playing games to try to find a way to make money. So
Gotcha.
now culturally, you start to lose the essence of the culture and what it really means and stand for at the expense of trying to get some bread. You got people that don't even game or care about the culture, but they just trying to figure it out on what they could take from it and get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that one of the biggest issues that we got today is the mindset of the average gamer and the instant gratification everybody's trying to look for and search for within the gaming culture is doing more harm than good. And once they get a dose of reality and realize that it's not no overnight success, it takes time and you got to really grow with it. You got to really love it, like, and really be passionate about it. That's when you learn who's who in the industry. That's when you learn who's who in terms of who's really a gamer and who's not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you're a gamer is one thing, or if you're just somebody that just happen to play games here and there, that's another.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I say, like you brought that up, the passion about the game, and like, so with the new gaming culture, with the gaming professionals, so are they similar to professional athletes in your eyes based on that? Because you have to find out who's passionate about it, who has to put in the work, things like that. Because to make it to the NBA, you got to be passionate about it and put in the work.
Yes, you got to be passionate. So and yeah, of course. Like so, when it comes to esports, like it's rigorous, man. Like here's what a lot of people don't understand. So in the world of esports, like your eye health is very important because certain games you can create muscle spasms and muscle twitches if you playing a game for too long and stuff like that. It can actually damage your health. So you gotta be mindful of your health when you're playing games for too long and know when to take breaks and know when to maximize and do this. Just like an athlete, if you work out too much, you can strain a muscle, pull this, and then you out, and then and then you hurting the team because you're not able to play, or you hurting your career because you could damage yourself and then you can't play. So that stuff is one and the same. As an esports player, especially if you're using mouse and keyboard, just like the arthritis and the joints in your hand, you got to eat a certain way so your strength is there and conditioning. Drinking a lot of water because if you're not hydrated properly, your hand's going to tighten up on you. So like, there's a lot of things you got to think about when you go into that realm of being an esports athlete as well. You know what I'm saying? The endurance and then just the brain, like just all the calculations, remembering the buttons, the millisecond timing you got to have. This no joke, bro. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, especially certain games where everything is based off timing. It takes a lot, and it takes a lot of studying, learning the maps, you know what I'm saying? Learning these is no joke as for an esports athlete, no matter what game you're playing and stuff like that. So it's the same approach. But like I said, you got people that love basketball, that's professionals in the NBA. And you got people that just want to go to the gym, get a good run, get a good workout on, shoot the ball around a little bit, and that's it, and have fun, and that's it. You just got to know who you are, and move accordingly. That's all.
I got you. Yeah, man, that's a lot. It's a lot there. And we really didn't even talk about you being on Hot 97, man, because I know
Yeah.
it was, but I want to get into that before I get to the last couple questions at you. So how did the whole Hot 97 thing even start? Because I know you're the gaming guy on Hot 97. How did that come
Yeah.
about?
So that was fire the way it came about. So let me break it down to you, son. So from 2000 to 2014, I supervised the mailroom for all the record labels. So Universal Music Group, Def Jam, Interscope, Murder Inc., Rockefeller, like you name them, I know all these people behind the scenes, all of them. So like when people be talking about Leo Cohen or Mike Kaiser, Steve Stout, Sean Peck Eyes, Tata, who's Jay-Z's right-hand man, and Dame Dash, all these people, for like over a decade, bro. Decades, literally, because it's 2023. I know all of them and stuff like that. Used to deliver mail to them, talk to them all the time, fly on a wall for so many things that I wish I didn't know. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's where I was at. So what happened is, shout out to my brother Davey D, who worked for Universal Republic. So one day he saw all the stuff that I was doing. Let me IG. Let me tell you how crazy this is. I would be at work, right, in my Pitney Bowes uniform in the mailroom, and then I would go
Okay.
to the bathroom, change clothes, and go to like a hotel to interview Kevin Hart or to interview Denzel Washington and like Tony Hawk and all types of people and stuff like that. And I would post this on my YouTube channel and then come back to work and stuff like that. And then people was like, "Yo, dog, wait a minute. Like, what is going on here? Like, this is crazy." And it started to become dangerous because people would come up to the job and be like, "Yo, hip hop gamer here and this and that," because everybody trying to get a record deal. I'm here. They know, like, it was nuts. So then what happened is I pushing my cart to deliver mail, and my man Davey D was like, "Yo, let me talk to you for a second." He's like, "Yo, man, you don't belong here, bro. Like, you got to get out of here, bro. Like, I see what you do. I know what you do. And you're amazing. And honestly, Hot 97 could use somebody like you. So you need to get out of here. You need to talk to Hot 97. You need to do something because, like, you're wasting your talent and your time here in the mailroom, bro." And I was so appreciative of it because he's one of the major people at Universal Republic. Like, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that people don't know, but like, you want to get your radio, you want to get your music on the radio, you want to get your you want to do big things in the music industry. Like, he's one of those ones that can make it happen. He's very important. He's an amazing guy. But anyway, so what happened is Facebook, they emailed me because they had a video game coming out called Gig It, right? And Neo, the R&B star Neo, was the cover boy for the joint, right? So they wanted me to test out the game and stuff like that. Dog, I'm a hip hop gamer. Who else they gonna go to? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I test the game out, right? And I told Facebook, I was like, yo, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, this game is horrible. Like, it's gonna work for a day or so because you got all these celebrity power. But when real gamers like myself get a hold of this and it's out there, you're gonna get bad articles, bad reviews. This ain't gonna go nowhere. Y'all investing a lot of money for this. It's not gonna work. It's not good. Like, it's not good. I told them that, but they still went along with it anyway because, you know, they got deadlines to meet. Investments already been made. They got to do what they got to do. So the launch event comes. Everybody's there. Like, Mark Zuckerberg's sister, Randy Zuckerberg, is there. Rick Ross is performing. 2 Chainz is there. Busta Rhymes show up. Nas is there. Huge event, right?
Huge.
Lo and behold, Ebro, Peter Rosenberg, everybody is there walking the red carpet. So I do an interview with Peter Rosenberg, but right now Peter Rosenberg is extra hot because he's dealing with the Nicki Minaj situation where he called Nicki Minaj's song Starship something trash. It was around that time when they was beefing about her song and stuff like that. So Peter Rosenberg, it was like a hot topic. So I did an interview with him. Interview was so good, they want to continue the interview at Hot 97 station. And before we did that, I asked him, I was like, yo, I asked his people, I was like, yo, how come y'all don't have gaming? Like, at Hot 97, like, gaming is a part of the culture. Like, it literally, like, hip hop and video games literally grew up together. So it's like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to do something together. And they was like, yo, you're right. Like, we should talk about it. So I had a scheduled meeting with Hot 97. Lo and behold, I became the first ever gaming digital personality on Hot 97. But keep in mind, I'm not an employee at Hot 97. Never was. We are partners. Right. We work together. So I don't work for them. They don't work for me. We work together and we do amazing things together.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I've read that you do a lot of things independently yourself, so you're not employed by anybody, really.
Nobody. I never had a job in the gaming industry ever.
Right.
I've always been independent. Always do what I want to do. Always. You know what I'm saying? Every partner that you see is literally that. It's a partner. We work together. We get money together. We help each other. We help other people, and we do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is I don't accept just any old thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I sacrificed a lot of money because I wasn't with certain BS things. You know what I'm saying? There are certain companies that I refuse to work with because of what they was about internally.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying? So, yo, like I'm the GOAT, bro. Like, I keep it real, bro. Look, man, this stuff is very important, man. A lot of people be hustling people, telling them things that ain't true. And you know how it is. The moment the truth walk in the door in the midst of a bunch of lies, something gonna fall out, something gonna happen, So at the end of the day, I just do my best to be the best that I can be. And I show a lot of humility and humbleness because, I really love what I do. I love people and I want to see everybody, win in terms of what winning means to them.
Yeah, it's dope, man. It's dope. I'm gonna let you get out of here on this last question. What would you tell someone younger trying to get into the industry and do what you do? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them to help them get into the
industry? So the first thing I'll ask them is, why do you want to be in the industry? Like, why do you want to do this? Because a lot of people want to do things because of things that they've seen, not because of what they actually know. And then once they discover the truth of things, then they're going to learn that what they see isn't always what the truth is once they get involved. And the next thing you know, they don't want to do it no more. And if you don't want to do it, then you never really wanted to do it. And then you just wasted your own time. So the first thing is, why do you want to do it? Because determining what your why is will let you know what you're willing to go through to get it, to be successful. So that's the first thing. Know what your why is. Then secondly, whatever it is that you want to do, you want to go to the events that those people or what you want to do is at. So like how I went to E3 or how I go to PAX or how I go to these places, I make sure that I go to the places where everybody is at where I want to be at. Because then you're going to be able to build relationships and get to know people and get to know how things work. You could be a sponge. You could soak up a lot of knowledge. And then when you do that, now you're valuable because you have the knowledge, you got the talent, now you got something to offer. So now when you talk to certain people that you want to work with or whatever, you're not just speaking from a standpoint of what you're trying to take from them. You're speaking to them from a standpoint of what you have to offer and give. And when you got something to offer and give that's valuable, then y'all can actually come together and work together. You're going to get even more information, but now you're going to get more experience. And through that experience, you'll start to get into a position where you can now get paid for what you do because you got the right relationships, you got the right experience, you got the right spirit and the work ethic and the investment in yourself to make other people want to invest in you. And now you created your own lane to be able to do this professionally and continue to build on top of that by rinse and repeating the cycle that got you started, but becoming better at it so you can be able to grow and help other people grow along with you.
Damn, that's dope, man. You just dropped some gems right there, man. I hate that I gotta let you go on that note, but I definitely appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you, Gerard, the hip hop gamer, the go to the game, y'all, man. Hey, I'm gonna make sure I post this over and over again because they need to get these gems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
definitely
baby.
Appreciate you for coming through, man. D Willis, Social Ghost, man. Appreciate y'all for the platform as always. You know what I'm saying? And happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, bro.
My age.
One.
Okay, I was froze. I was gonna tell y'all tomorrow. We were supposed to do the Ryan Clark interview yesterday. We had some technical difficulties. We back at it tomorrow at 5 p.m. y'all. Ryan Clark, ESPN analyst. We good. All right, man. See y'all tomorrow.
Peace. Much love, dog. I truly appreciate that, man. I'm going to get ready and bounce, but this was incredible. Thank you so much, man. Even with the hiccups, bro, it was incredible questions. I had a ball. Thank you so much, bro.
Oh, no problem, man. I appreciate you just for coming through, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Got you, dog. I'll talk to you soon, all right?